Class 12th, Subject Physics, second chapter, Mechanical Properties of Fluids. Let us see the introduction of this second chapter. A solid maintains its fixed shape and volume even if a large force is applied to it. Liquids and gases do not have their own shape and they take a shape of the containing vessel. Due to this, liquids and gases flow under the action of external force. The substance that can flow is called as a fluid, and hence liquids and gases are called as fluid, and they have no rigidity, or its rigidity is very low. The fluid is a phase of matter that includes liquids, gases, as well as plasmas. The shear modulus of a fluid is 0. Air, water, flour duct, toothpaste, molten lava, these are some of the examples of fluid. Now let us see what are the properties of an ideal fluid. When we can say that a fluid is an ideal fluid. So its properties are: first, it is incompressible and its density is constant. Second, its flow is irrotational and its flow is smooth. Third, it is non-viscous. There is no internal friction, that is, the fluid has no viscosity. And fourth property is its flow is steady. So these are some of the properties of ideal fluid. Instead of that, if you consider the real fluid, then what are the properties of real fluid? So the properties of real fluid are: first, they do not oppose the deformation, they get permanently deformed. Second, they have ability to flow. And third, they have ability to take the shape of the container. The branch of physics which deals with the properties of fluids which are at rest is called as hydrostatics. The branch of physics which deals with the properties of fluids which are at rest is called as the hydrostatics. Now let us see the most important term, that is pressure. What is that pressure? A liquid at rest exerts a force on the surface of contact of that container, such as the wall or bottom of the container. The normal force F exerted by the fluid at rest per unit surface area A of the contact is called pressure P of the fluid. The pressure is defined as the normal force F exerted by the fluid at rest per unit surface area A of contact, that will be called as the pressure P of the fluid. Now if you consider the pressure, it is simply force per unit area, and therefore formula for this pressure is F upon A. Now if you consider this pressure, it is the scalar physical quantity. The SI unit of pressure is Newton per meter square. The SI unit of pressure is Newton per meter square, and 1 Newton per meter square is called as 1 Pascal, denoted by PA. So 1 Newton per meter square equal to 1 Pascal. The dimensions of the pressure are found by the formula P equal to F by A, and that comes out to be -1 in length, 1 in mass, and -2 in time. Now, the other units which are used as the common units for the measurement of pressure are 1 bar equal to 10 raised to 5 Newton per meter square, as well as 1 hectopascal, 1 hectopascal HPA, that is equal to 100 Pascal. So 100 Pascal is 1 hectopascal. So these are some of the commonly used units for the measurement of pressure. Now let us see what is atmospheric pressure. The Earth's atmosphere is made up of fluid, that is air, and it exerts downward force due to its weight. The pressure due to this force exerted by the weight of the air is called as atmospheric pressure. At any point, atmospheric pressure is the weight of a column of air of unit cross section starting from that point and extending to the top of the atmosphere. At any point, the atmospheric pressure is its weight of the column of air of unit cross section starting from that point and extending to the top of the atmosphere. The atmospheric pressure is highest at the surface of the earth, that is at the sea level, and it goes on decreasing as we go above the earth's surface. The atmospheric pressure at the sea level is called normal atmospheric pressure. The atmospheric pressure at the sea level is called normal atmospheric pressure. Then the density of air in the atmosphere decreases with increase in height and becomes negligible beyond a height of about 8 km, so that the height of the air column producing atmospheric pressure at sea level can be taken to be 8 km.